Ooh, what's up, jobbers, and welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker podcast. As always, Nestlemania alongside for the ride is a man that is always out the mud, JC.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. I'm fired up, Nestlemania. You know why? Because I'm all in on this podcast, all out in AEW, but we're going to preview that bullshit. It's get a little hot still, a little bit of, some might call it a heat wave. NXT, we're hitting on that as well. And there's a lot of other shit that happened this week, huh?
That's true. I'm going to put in all in heat wave now that you said that.
All in heat wave.
All in heat wave, baby.
All in on heat wave, all out on all in.
All in, all out. It's like the fucking hokey pokey. Here we go.
Turn about around.
Anyway, as I was saying, the Jobber Knocker podcast, we cover everything we can so you don't have to. That's basically the tagline of the program. We always start somewhere, though.
Always in the shine, Nestlemania. And there's a lot of directions I could go here, but we have to start with the future. No, the present of Lucha Libre. Rey Fénix and Dragon Lee had one of the better TV matches you can possibly see. The crowd fucking whoo. Like that's how you get a crowd, Nestlemania. That match, when it ended, I needed to smoke 40 cigarettes, and I've never had one. But yeah, that was fun. Those two guys are fucking studs. And I am ready to call them the present of Future Libre because Dragon Lee is here. Rey Fénix has been here. And next week we get a little Lucha Brothers one-on-one.
Yeah, I mean, it seems inevitable that it's probably going to be Penta, but
it should be Fénix.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. You've said this. The better wrestler is Fénix by far. Yeah. The more WWE wrestler is Penta.
The character is. I mean, the character of Penta is incredible.
Yes.
The reason why like Fénix, like he struggled a little bit in WWE, is because his characters. He doesn't have that as much. Mm-hmm. When they come together, it'll be great. Maybe this is the start of that. But I mean, Fénix just in the ring, like it's undeniable when you watch him how good he fucking is.
Yes, I do want to give a personal shout out to the referee who was holding the ropes, and it was like some seamless thing when Dragon Lee went full nosedive, flip into the fucking announce table. If you look, the referee not only pushed the top rope up with his shoulders, but pushed the middle rope down, hanging off of him, so he gave fucking Dragon Lee that little bit, so he didn't fucking hurt himself. And boy, did that matter. The referee made a cool moment happen without getting in the way, and that was an impressive fucking dive by the future of Lucha Libre.
The present of Lucha Libre.
The present of Lucha Libre, sure. I just thought it was great. I always feel bad for Dragon Lee. He's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That's okay, but that's okay. That's just some of the way.
He has as many championships. He has more championships in WWE than Fénix does.
How many has he had?
Dragon Lee. He was a tag team champion.
And Fénix is the current AAA champion.
That's not a WWE championship.
It's under the WWE banner.
It's not. It's AAA, bro. And also Dragon Lee was a North American champion as well, if you want to count NXT, if we're going to start counting non-WWE titles like you are. So Dragon Lee still wins.
I would count the NXT title. That's a better argument.
Well, he had the North American.
I would count that. That's
him and Dom. Incredible feud.
Yes, that was a good feud, actually.
Yes.
So, yes, I agree with you. Anything else about that? He would like to move on to something else.
We can move on to the other match of the year. Stephanie Vaquero.
Match of the year.
Yeah, it's undeniable. When these two get in the ring together, everyone's watching. Studs, incredible wrestlers. Stephanie wins again. Roxanne loses again, which is continuing to cement her as my Money in the Bank pick because this is how they book it, baby. Her next win's going to be when she pins Liv Morgan for the title.
Yep, my thoughts exactly. I think I tweeted it out, and a lot of people do agree with it. So, yeah, there's not much more to say about it. Again, I did tweet out, there's not better technical wrestlers than those two in terms of the women's division. I thought they did a fantastic job. Obviously, there's a lot of gaga going on there. And, of course, Becky had to come out and be Becky, but that's okay. We had a lot of good wrestling on Monday. I don't know about Friday, but there was some
You didn't like the main event on Friday?
I liked the main event on
I thought
Friday.
It was a banner. In terms of a Phil Brooks capability, that was a banner.
I thought it was what I love. There were certain, might as well talk about it since you brought it up here, because it's not a negative. It's a positive. It's a positive. I will say, first off, heads up to the hockey mask. I thought that was really cool. The goalie mask was really nice. And was he in the Ottawa Senators? It looked like the Ottawa Senators gear in Toronto, which I thought was a nice little touch.
Yeah, he had to be the heel. So.
Right. And it was great. And then, of course, what I thought was great was they didn't have not one but two ref bumps in which both of them could have, claimed that they were going to win, which I thought was nicely done in terms of making that gray area, which I thought was fun as a fan watching it. And of course, I just thought KO did a great job in general. I thought the Kevin Owens is so good at his job, obviously, just from any aspect of what he does, but he had the crowd behind him. And of course, Sami Zayn at the beginning of the program said, "Hey, I'm going to put justice in my own hands," which I thought was great. And we kind of figured he was going to have something to do with the main event there. He cost KO. I'm curious your thoughts.
He tried to help KO though originally.
Yes, he tried, but much like to Kevin's chagrin, not this time is what he said, given the call back to the only time, like you said last week on the program, where Triple H helped him win it the first time he was Universal Champion. So I get it. Punk, retains. Sammy is still Sammy searching for his big dub, and there's, his justice, not his re-justice, but I'm curious how you felt about it, because Sammy becomes the story, it feels like, more than anything here.
This was the whole purpose of this, was a Sammy story. Like he's been circulating that title. Obviously he won it and then he lost it, and they successfully extracted Cody from the picture with Randy coming back. And KO is a nice device because look, you put Punk and Sammy on a poster in Nestlemania, what's that selling? A main event of a TV show. You do Punk, KO, and Sammy as a main event, it's a little more liable. It's not going to be the main event because I bet that match will be at Money in the Bank. But it's also a good way to keep all these guys away from Money in the Bank as well. But yeah, no, it feels like if Sammy's getting this again, he's going to be immediately cashed in on. Mm-hmm. But look, I still want KO to get a shot with that championship. I don't know if it'll happen. It could, very well could still, but yeah, I think that's where we're headed, as a triple threat, and it makes sense to me because it was a nice way to slide KO in, but it also, like, they clearly want to do some sort of Sammy and Punk thing, and I think rather than let it stand on its own, you had sprinkle in a little Kevin Owens.
So you're saying on a poster that Sami Zayn and Punk by itself isn't a main event on a PLE, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to be clear,
because I don't think Sami Zayn is. We love Sami Zayn, obviously. We think he's great, but that's not. He needs a dance partner.
Well, if it's in Saudi Arabia, it's different.
Well, yeah, and that's why he won there and then lost the title, 8 days later?
9, but that's okay.
Yeah, there we go. Semantics
in general.
8-9.
8-9. I like that. I like that. Don't do enough 6-7.
We're evolving the 6-7 to an 8-9.
Yeah, we're going up in the world.
Yeah.
Somebody once said I was a 7. Boy, were they out of their minds.
7 out of what, 100?
Yeah, no, right? There you go. There you go. What else did you thought was positive?
Pew, pew, pew. I wanted to leave the show with this originally because the minute Solo did the Matrix, I'm like, this is gonna go fucking crazy. And of course it did. Like, this guy, like, he's special, man. And him and LA Knight have a fun chemistry. The Usos are playing into it, which is perfect. They're the perfect foils for this. But Solo Dolo, baby, man, like it's his time. I'm enjoying this. That was fun. The main event, I'm like, they're putting this random tag match in the main event. I kind of expected we'd get a Royce Keys return, maybe. I didn't expect him to bring some boys out the mud with him, though. Nestlemania, one of the most underrated groups in NXT is OTM. We should have probably seen it coming because Bronco Nima's been doing stuff in AAA and been part of a faction down there. Well, they kicked him out of the faction, the most recent thing that happened. And they kind of brought these two back together on NXT the last couple weeks. So probably should have seen it coming, but they're debuting back as heels again, even though they're babies. Royce Key is also a baby, back as a heel. I'm curious to see how this group does. It feels like they're more of just an extra foil for like Solo and then the Bloodline separate. Like it feels like a little bit of that, but I'm okay with it because it was interesting. I think Raw needs some real tag teams, and OTM has improved incredibly since their debut years ago. But look, anything Solo's involved in, I'm enjoying. Him and LA Knight are fun together. And my boy Royce Keys is back, and he brought some friends. So to me, that's a lot of fun.
I'm willing to give them a shot. OTM.
When's the last time you watched an OTM match?
It's been a while, to be honest with you. So I reserve the right to hold my opinion off, but I will say this much. At first glance, they look like somebody that they do look impressive. They look like they fit the bill, but I am curious if they have the stuff to stick around for a while. That's my only worry. But I guess it's like a shit or get off the pot scenario.
They're a tag team, bro. We know how tag teams go in WWE. They release the New Day. Anybody can go.
Yeah. Remember when being a tag team was a strength? You know, like that was a thing. Like,
You know
hey,
what the funny thing is like AEW brags how they're the best tag team. Their tag team division's been shit for years too.
mm-hmm.
They have the horses on like WWE too, because WWE released half of them, and now they're all going to AEW. I didn't even realize the fucking Motor City Pew Guns debuted. That's how shitty fucking Collision is. When you said 3 weeks ago?
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah.
More like the Motor City fucking squirt guns.
There you go.
Yeah.
You were this close to fucking that up, and you came through a squirt gun.
Well, because I was thinking,
like,
what's the word? What's the word? I almost said pew pew guns again.
Pew pew.
No, I almost said handguns, and I'm like, no, that still can kill you.
Yeah.
Squirt guns only killing you if there's like a certain liquid in there that could like melt your skin.
Like an acid gun. There you
go. But it would probably like acid the plastic. So.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I'm sure there's a scientific way to get around that, but that's okay. We're not here as a science podcast. God knows that would be terrible. Anyway, I am curious how you feel about this, because my thought was this is the head scratcher that I have here, JC, and I'm curious because maybe I'm missing something, and sometimes we talk this out and you make me feel better about it or worse. It feels like, so I'm putting the Usos and the Bloodline and Roman Reigns in the middle, and they're heels when it comes to the Solo Dolo LA Knight, and eventually I would assume Jacob Fatu as part of that tricycle. And then they're going to be, the Bloodline's going to be baby faces for Out the Mud. It feels like it's weird to me.
I think you're overthinking it. There's three teams.
Okay.
And I think we've talked about this with Roman. What was his famous, stupid, fucking shitty ass line?
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy.
Yeah. That's how it is. Like, he's always going to be cheered, even though he's a piece of shit and probably the biggest piece of shit in the roster, character wise, and should be hated, but the fans love him. It's Roman Reigns. Usos, same thing. Like, they're a little easier to boo than Roman. And then Jacob is just fucking over like fucking Rover. So I think you're overthinking it, but I mean, War Games is pretty far away, but my immediate thought is we're going to have Jacob, Solo, and LA Knight versus the Bloodline versus the Royce Keys boys, and they go back.
You think they're going to do that?
They do that format in NXT, like when they first brought it back. Remember Roderick Strong was with the Authors of Pain?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot about that. Shit.
I think they won, too.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't like we were thinking Roderick Strong was going to turn and be part of the Undisputed Era, and then he did it like a month or two late or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, they dragged it out for a while because that's when they were heels. Because I believe that was either a triple threat or a fatal four-way, but it was trios. So that was my first immediate thought, but who knows? That's not till like November, so we got some time before that. But
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't overthink this one because I think it's obviously like, yeah, they're gonna probably wrestle the Bloodline at some point, but it's one of those like, I think this feud, like they want you to cheer Solo and LA Knight. That's what this does, and they're gonna want you to cheer Jacob when he finally nuts up and fucking ditches Roman Reigns. That could be a long way away though. But I think they looked at it and look at like they tried like the feel good story of Royce Keys, but when you look at Royce Keys Nestlemania, do you see a big huggable teddy bear or do you see a big ass fucking killing machine?
The latter.
Exactly. So it makes a lot more sense. It's a good way to bring up some fresh blood in a tag team that they've clearly been high on for a while, but you can tell like a lot of the people, it's like you're seeing it in the women's division, they're bringing up these individuals right now who have been ready. It's just one of those things where it's just like there's a line. There's always a queue. They churn them out too fast in NXT, if anything, nowadays. So they had a bunch of people ready, and you know they're shedding some salary slowly here and there. That's a thing. So you gotta have replacements ready to go, and I think we're seeing that. So I think it was just a nice way to bring it up. I think Royce Keys is a natural heel. It's one of those things I think people are more acclimated now, but he's going to get much better reaction as a heel. He's a fucking big ass killing machine badass. So you give him two fucking henchmen that are big ass fucking studs. So I think it makes sense. But yeah, it's obviously like they're going to face Roman and Jay in the Usos, and you're going to cheer Roman and the Usos. So I guess to answer your question, like, yeah, I guess when they've wrestled them, they'd be baby faces, but I'd argue every time Roman Reigns is out there, he's a fucking baby face no matter what he does, because listen to the fucking reaction, man. So it's one of those things where I think here you don't have to overthink it.
Okay, fair enough. Just wanted to put it out there. That's all.
Yeah.
Anything else you thought was positive?
You
haven't brought up Cody Rhodes in a couple of weeks since he's
so I did like this. I did have this in my shine. I think it's smart to the little stipulation they added where like they can't touch each other, so to preserve a title shot. I think it just gives it a little extra. I mean, we're almost there anyways. What are we? It's not this weekend, it's the weekend after. So it's pretty much one more show they have to go. But it's because Randy, this character has been an interesting character because he's obviously a heel, but it's also just like his motivations, like they haven't always made sense, which I think was part of the WrestleMania feud. But like having him be like, no, I'm still focused on the title. I'm just going through Cody to get there. Like it kind of fleshes it out a little. I thought the segment this week was good. I think it made sense, but I mean, look, it's going to be a fun match Saturday main event. I think they're going to get to do all the things that they didn't accomplish at WrestleMania that they want to do here, a little more violent. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. I really hope it's a good match because I feel like this is the first of many. It doesn't feel like this is over after this.
No, it's number 2 in this little series here, so we'll have at least one more.
Yeah,
Cody won the first one. We think Randy's winning in Atlanta. Oh, interesting.
Here's the thing. Here's my thought process, and you made a comment earlier which I thought was very telling. You said they made a concerted effort to get Cody out of there in terms of the title picture, which to me feels like if Cody just automatically wins this match, it's just he's back in it again, and I feel like he's gonna he's such a important figure that he's gonna take away from anybody else in that aspect of it. So. Yeah, I would want to see Randy win just to see what happens next. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
they need a third one anyways, and it makes sense. And I think they can probably drag this out most of the rest of the year.
Wow, the rest of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can put these two guys in a cell at fucking War Games or something, you know?
I don't think
you already got the cages.
Okay.
Just only put one of them down.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I'm Adam.
Okay.
Okay.
Who the fuck is Adam? Who the fuck is Adam?
You are you dumb shit.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any more shine, fuckhead?
Wow, you're being a dick all the way. All right. Let me make sure we didn't say anything that we needed to.
If it's not coming to your mind, is heat.
Get him off my TV. Get him off my TV. Get him off my TV. Let's see. Well, we have the MFTs facing in a rematch against Priest and Truth, and they were like kind of teasing the Priest turn, which I was like, does that even matter at this point? Like,
he kind of needs it, if we're being honest.
Can I make a suggestion here? I think Priest is like the new Big Show, where he just keeps getting babyface heel. It's like a ping pong ball.
Not a bad spot to be, though. I mean, KO's kind of the same way.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Are you buying this MFT thing with fucking Haku?
No, but I think the issue is that it's better than what they were doing. And so I just don't like the MFT thing in general. Like,
I think they should have changed the name.
We talked
it's
about
called the Sons of Haku.
Yeah.
It's fucking right there.
Yeah. It just
SOH.
You know, I don't know. I think we know that they don't care about tag teams in general, so that doesn't necessarily help. But I am curious if they're going to slow play this heel turn or not, because I feel like Priest feels like a nothing burger anyway. Right now, like
he needs a character change. I think he's done all he can with this character.
I don't know. I have a feeling that they're just gonna cut bait.
You've been reading fucking dirt sheets.
No, but like not now.
I saw some Virgin tweet like Damian Priest, Bailey, and Johnny Gargano are gonna be released.
I did see that, but this is an independent thought.
His contract could be coming up.
They also have Mello in there, which is asinine to me.
I mean, if the contract's up, that's why it's a rumor.
I don't know.
But also, like, these people don't know shit. They're fucking like clueless virgins.
Of course. No, you're absolutely right about that. Charlotte and Bliss and Tatum versus the bitches. That's
don't care.
Whatever, right? I don't really care about that. Last Legend versus.
She beat Tiffy clean as a sheet because Tiffy was selling the injuries.
That was whatever.
I could have done without it, but it's all about Chelsea.
We got a time bomb. We didn't talk about that. Time Bomb is going to team up with Nakamura. That's cool.
What does that mean?
Takahashi from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, his name's Time Bomb?
Well, it's not. It's something I can't pronounce because I'm terrible at pronouncing anything.
Who are they facing?
No. They're just going to be becoming a tag team. That's like a whole thing. Which I assume... Well, it'll be part of the MFT thing, I'm sure. They're
trying to make tag teams. Okay, I get it. I give them credit for bringing in tag teams. They brought in OTM.
For someone who's trying to say, like, I'll wait and see or I'll give it a chance, you certainly don't want to give a chance here for a tag team.
I literally asked. I'm like, should I care about this? And you didn't give me a good answer. I'm just so over Nakamura. I
agree with you. I would say this much. If you're gonna watch this, you're gonna like Tala because he's a big oaf. Tama, whatever. You can Nakamura is probably past expiration if we're being honest. I think you're gonna like Time Bomb. I think it's the wrong time to bring him in, no pun intended, but I think you're gonna like him. I know the guys you like and the girls you like. I think you're gonna like Time Bomb, but it's too late. It's like it's not gonna move the needle for you. You're gonna be like, oh, that's cool, but then like, what else you got? So that's how I feel about it.
Interesting.
That's all. No need to get hot, bro. No need to get hot.
It's fucking hot. It's heat wave week, baby.
You didn't talk about Javon Evans and Big Cass.
I don't like Big Cass.
Wow.
I think I've made that pretty clear. I think he sucks.
Wow. Okay.
So I don't want him fucking beating on my boy Javon. Like what? Why do we need to bring Big Cass back?
To fight Obafemi.
What? Yeah, but I know. But like, what did we see from him in AEW that we feel like, oh yeah, that work with Jericho was great.
I thought he was pretty entertaining with the Big Apple. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
He plays a good dummy. Like,
yeah, it works with the guy they're never going to rehire, who they shouldn't rehire.
Oh, he'll make one more stand. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
He'll upset you just enough.
Yeah. Well,
you also, surprisingly, because you love both of these gentlemen, you did not put them in the shine over Femi and Braun in the contract.
Oh, because that's part of my hope.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you didn't bring it up, so Poor Austin Theory, though. Am I right?
So when I was watching the main event, I was like, they're trying to find as many factions as possible to replace the Vision. That's how much the Vision sucks. That's what I thought when I watched Austin Theory get his ass beat by Obafemi.
Yikers. Also, a random backstage segment with Sol and Io and then Lyra, which was kind of odd. Again, we're just coupling these three together and we're making fucking cookies out of cat shit here. It's fucking awful.
Well, yeah, they're trying. I mean, I think Sol and Raquel face next week. I'm sure Lyra's gonna get herself involved there. So,
yeah, not a fan of that. Although Chad Gable of the Wrestlers Wrestler backstage and Ethan Page there, that's enticing. But I just want to see them wrestle. I don't care about the actual promos per se. But there is a lot on the bone next week. By the way, I wrote down all the ones for at least Raw.
Yeah, it's the finals. It's the IC title, and it's fucking cuckboy Roman Reigns.
Damn it. Okay.
On SmackDown, you have your future match of the year of Michin versus Tatum Paxley.
Wow. Tatum Paxley, unfortunately, doesn't.
I like Tatum Paxley.
She doesn't do it for me.
She's good. Well, you don't watch NXT anymore. She had a really good run as both champions.
I watch NXT where I can, but I definitely don't watch it as religiously as you do. So I should. I absolutely.
She works
should.
with Alexa Bliss, and I think you're gonna, as this goes on, I think you're gonna enjoy her back and forth with Charlotte. Okay. She's done it with like similar characters, and it works in a weird way. It definitely like hits a point, but she's also very underrated. She's good. She's also someone that literally like has, I feel like, been on the chopping block since she debuted, and she got herself all the way to a surprise championship win. So,
all right, I think that's on the main roster. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Glorious, you're my only hope, Nestlemania. You brought it up, Braun Baker and Obafemi. I kind of talked about it last week, but watching this segment, it reaffirmed this. I was like, Braun Breaker needs to pin Obafemi on Sunday Night Main Event. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oba can take it. I don't care if it takes Austin Theory, a one-arm Logan Paul, a tsunami, fucking the Paul Heyman turning into fucking the Hulk. Braun Breaker has to pin Obafemi 1, 2, 3 on the mat because he needs to be able to, because he gave a line in there that I very much liked. Because every dominant superstar in Nestlemania, there's always one person they can't beat. And for Obafemi right now, it's Tony D'Angelo. We don't want that. So why shouldn't it be Braun Breaker? Because Braun Breaker said, he's like, you beat everyone else, but you're not going to beat me. And I was like, that's how you get Braun's shit back. If he can say, he's like, I'm the one who beat the ruler. He's the guy. The one guy that Obafemi can't beat. And then when they get to the WrestleMania main event in a couple years, and Obafemi's going for the title, and Braun Breaker's the champion, shit writes itself, Nestlemania. You're welcome, Hunter Hurst, Huck Boy. So yeah, pretty simple. Braun Breaker needs to pin Obafemi in the middle of that reign. 1, 2, 3. Hashtag JC knows. Hashtag JC hopes come true. Hashtag the future versus the future.
I did like that segment. I didn't mind it at all.
I thought it was a good segment.
I don't like the Paul Heyman stuff.
I could do without Heyman, but I get why they're doing it.
It's too much on the nose. It's like I feel like we're encroaching on the territory of we're fighting for Paul's love, and I don't like that. Maybe I'm looking into it way too much. But
No, I
like,
think Paul Heyman's been writing these segments himself because Paul Heyman loves himself some Paul Heyman. Let's be honest.
well, no, you're not wrong. I just feel like when I'm watching it, I feel like he's always there at the wrong moment when I'm watching it, and I don't enjoy it. I don't know why, but like, I almost feel like Braun Breaker with Heyman is good. Obafemi doesn't need Heyman, so I feel like I get there's the mutual respect there. I understand that, but like if I see them together, I'm not gonna like it. Like I'm just not gonna like the package deal because
They're not going to be.
I hope so, but like it doesn't make any sense. Also, I wanted to bring this up really quickly. During the Cody and Randy thing, since we're talking about Heyman, he did say that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. Someday I'm gonna be the bad guy. So, and
Cody is a Paul Heyman guy.
that's what I'm saying. Not that Cody needs it either. It's bizarre to me. Like,
Cody wants it.
oh, of course he does. Like
There's
that's
wrestle boner for that.
Yeah, of course. Mr. Heyman. So whatever. I just thought that was an interesting tell. That's all.
Well, that was your hope.
No, God, no. God, no. My hope is different. I like to book things that say that might actually happen. It's going to entice me, I think, JC. I think we are on I think this is going to really happen. I think this is, to me, the front runner. If they don't have this in their whiteboard, in their Unreal fucking whatever room they got in there, their creative room, they're stupid, because I think this is a fucking slam dunk either way. This is the safest route for me. Money in the Bank is in October, right? Something like that. We most likely the idea would be LA Knight, versus Roman Reigns for the heavyweight championship.
Yes.
Now, in order for this to happen, that has to be the main event of the evening. Okay, so go with me on this. I say you have all the people in there that are going to fuck this entire thing up in the fucking ladder matches. You know, you're going to maybe have fucking Solo Sikoa. You're going to have some fucking Sami Zayn's. You're going to have all these random people that you're going to be cheering for. Maybe you throw in a Royce Keys just to fuck everything up. Maybe a Jacob. Maybe a Jey Uso. I'm sure there'll be plenty of them. But this is what I'm thinking. In order to make this really interesting, you should have Solo win the Money in the Bank contract earlier in the night. Because now you're going to be on the edge of your seat going, okay, so is Solo Dolo going to cash in on Roman right away to fuck him over if he doesn't beat LA Knight? Or because if you look, those two are such a good team, is Solo going to fuck over his one friend that he said he owed him? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be an interesting, you could drag it out for a couple of months too, where maybe LA Knight does win. And there's the fucking briefcase, and it's like, shit, is my friend going to cash in on me? I think there's a lot of creative meat on the bone there. I think there really is, because LA Knight is champion. If this isn't it, and it's probably not, but if this isn't it, my word, he's never getting another shot. This is it for him. This is it. This is his last dance. I say give it to him and then get cashed in on immediately by Solo. Or drag it out. That's my hope. I think it's interesting. I think it's good television. They have chemistry. Why not? You look perplexed.
I just think you have the wrong Samoan, unfortunately. I would love Solo to do that, but I feel like Jacob's winning that Money in the Bank, and I think he's going to hold it for a while.
That's lame.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's just going to cash in on Roman Reigns?
I think that would be the obvious thing, but I think I've hinted at this before when I thought Money in the Bank was in July and it wasn't. Jacob wins it, gives it to Roman. Roman unifies the titles, and we all want to kill ourselves.
That's awful. That's just terrible.
They would do it.
That's just terrible. My other thought was, so out of the three people, LA Knight, Solo, and Jacob, you think that Jacob is the most over out of the three?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's him or LA Knight, but Jacob is very over. But I just think there are a lot of options in what you laid out, but I think there are a lot of story options if Jacob wins that too. And it felt like earlier this year, it's like they were going to push him and then they cucked him back in the bloodline. But it feels like they're just trying to make him, like, when he does turn on Roman, it'll really be a moment. And Money in the Bank's an easy device to do that. Do they need the Money in the Bank for that? No. But it's We'll see how we are once we get closer to October. How things kind of flesh out the next month or so. But I've kind of had Jacob pegged. I think Solo would be a great choice too. I think these though they should be the two heavy favorites. It feels like that it might be Jacob, and I felt that way for a while. But again, we'll see if that changes because we have a long way to go.
I just feel like inevitably Solo is gonna I feel like Solo, LA Knight, and Jacob all have to be on the same fucking team.
Yeah, and that's exactly. So that's why and that's why maybe none of them win it. That's why we have to wait till we see the actual field and be like, oh yeah, Dragon Lee's gonna win it. It was obvious, you know.
You're doing that to make me mad.
Your head would explode.
I think I have a better shot at winning the Masters than Dragon Lee does at winning the fucking Money in the Bank right now.
This would be the most insane reverse curse of all time.
If Dragon Lee wins this year, just this year.
No, you can't do that.
No, I'm not saying
you can't do that because he's the future and you think he sucks.
I personally don't think there's enough. There's just not enough there. AAA champion, sure. Intercontinental champion, U.S. champion, sure. World champion, fuck no.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
It's not happening. It's not fucking happening.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is gonna happen.
No, I don't
Dragon
have as
Lee,
much power.
world champion in 2028.
By the way, where the fuck is Danhausen? Am I right?
I literally the last couple weeks, like, I want to come on every week and be like, where's Danhausen? Where's the Miz? Where's Kit Wilson? They were the three most entertaining things on WWE, and they're just gone. I think the Miz has been on vacation, but it's like there haven't even been Danhausen segments or promos ever since that awful concert with Joe Hendry. Maybe that's when they took him out back and shot him.
No, he had the Money in the Bank. So he had the Human Monies on a pole match. That was the last time we saw him. SummerSlam.
That was after the concert?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they already had that book, so they had to finish it up. And also, he won that, by the way.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it's weird. WWE is weird because every week I watch it, I'm like, oh, they didn't even acknowledge these people this week because we had to get fucking 2 hours of Roman Reigns in. He's not even there. We can't get away from him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's interesting how many people they have on the roster.
The Kit Wilson thing to me is the most perplexing because that dude was so hot, and it's like, why is he not on TV? Maybe he took time off. Maybe this is where he got hurt. I don't know, but it was perplexing to me that all three of those guys are just gone.
Yeah,
but
I think that second hour, the third hour being cut and going back to 2 hours, which apparently they're going to keep doing for the foreseeable future. They're going back to
I think
it's 3.
I think that makes sense.
It's like a lead-in, but not a lead-in. It's
I think it's just easier. It's that time of year where you need more programming, and now we're getting closer to football season and prime TV season. That it makes more sense to be 2 hours.
Real estate, I understand.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it's like you can get rid of people, but then there are people you just kind of you do put the pause button on until you get back to the
WWE is a business now. It's contracts. If you have a contract, you will work for them until it ends, and they will decide if they want to re-sign you or not. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things if we brought up Carmelo Hayes, they probably don't want to get rid of him, but if his contract's up, he's going to be due for a raise, and they might be like, well, we don't want to pay you that. And that's how guys leave. That's how you lose good talent. Because they're a business.
They're going to miss out on a lot of great people. They really
are. But it doesn't matter because they just have 10 more to replace them, and then they can bring them back. They just brought back big fucking Cass, bro. Anyone can come back. You know what I mean? Rusev came back recently. There's been people who have come back and been fired, come back multiple times and fired multiple times. Aleister Black. They're a big machine. If they feel hey, yeah, we want to bring back Karrion Kross, now's the time. We'll do it. But we're not going to release him in 2 years when his contract is up. Because look at NXT. And it goes beyond NXT because Evolve's its own show. LFG is its own show. They have so many horses. They got to put them somewhere. And sometimes you got to clean out the old ones to bring in the young ones.
Yeah, but I feel like with these younger LFGs and Evolve and NXT, there's I don't know, 1 or 2 big deals, and the rest of them are just.
But doesn't matter.
Taking up space, so
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because everyone who gets called up are people they have plenty. They have these people ready. They have mastered the machine. These people are ready. They have their top dogs they pay top dollar for, and they fill in the rest. And some of these other ones will become stars in their own naturally. It's just how it goes. And yeah, some of them won't be. Some of them will be like Michin and sit on the roster for 8 years somehow. But it's just she has a role to play. Not everyone can be a world champion, Adam.
Who the fuck is Adam? I know.
Not everyone can be Dragon Lee.
That's true. Not everyone can hold Rey Mysterio's bags. You're right. That's right.
He's a better wrestler than Rey Mysterio.
Fuck you. That is the dumbest thing you've said all day.
Nope.
That is
right now.
the dumbest.
Right now.
That is
He's
the,
a better wrestler than Rey Mysterio.
No, he is not, dude.
Yes,
I'm telling you. Watch last week's Rey Mysterio. He made more of a memory than Dragon Lee.
He can't
did.
do that. No, Dragon Lee and Rey Fenix just had a better match. Than
Nobody outside of the fucking.
Where's Joe? I need Joe in here to talk about Rey Mysterio.
Oh, stop it! Thank God Joe's not watching tonight. Anyway, shall we get to the comeback?
Yeah, my comeback's pretty simple, Nestlemania, because we have a date for when Raw becomes the best show on television. Lola Vice. I'm a Latina. She's coming to Raw September 14th. Set your DVRs on Netflix because that's not a thing. But I'm excited. I am excited for Lola to be Lola. And she's on the same show as Stephanie Vicaire. Love that. So yeah, they'll probably be tag team champions at some point. Book it.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, okay, it is a Monday. I was just concerned. I figured Priest would have been on the same show, but whatever. It's fine.
We talked about this. They don't always do that anymore.
I know. It's fine. My comeback going with the ladies is one Blake Monroe. Boy, did I enjoy her on Friday. I thought it was great. The fact
just like because she was beating up Julia.
That helps. But I will say, just the like, they haven't really done anything with her. She talks about how she's already a main eventer and that she's waiting for Chelsea. My debut is going to be against Chelsea. She keeps saying that. Then she has the match against Julia. It's a non-start. It's the whole thing. I just thought it was a great little piece of business. I thought it was fun to watch. And I thought, like, she did more in those two segments than I thought that they've done for her in the last, like, I don't know, 2 months. So I felt like when I watched it, it was a reminder to me of, like, how great she was in AEW and how wonderful she was with that character. Not that she can be the same because she did a great job in NXT too, but, man, I think it's time. Like, it's time for her to pull the fucking trigger eventually because I'll be honest, when I watch the SmackDown women's division, it's rough. It's fucking rough. You know? So maybe a little glamour can fix this entire situation. So
it was a good piece of business because if she just debuted, then what?
Right.
Just found a way to make it creative and like make you like remember and talk about her.
Mm-hmm. That's the business, the memories, not the matches.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories.
Big old finish. We have Tatum Paxley v. Michin on SmackDown. Nobody cares. Raw, we have Penta versus Phoenix. I got Penta. Who you got?
Penta, baby. Raquel
versus Sal Ruka for the IC title. Who you got?
No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be Raquel.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need a schmoz though. And then Roman Reigns returns to watch Penta versus Phoenix and likely have 1,000 segments with LA Knight and the 30,000 different bloodlines and Royce Keys. And yeah, that is incorrect, Bill.
Bill says no one is watching Heat Wave. All In is a better card. Well, Bill,
I didn't know Tony Khan was in the chat.
I mean, I would say it's like apples and oranges, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's the fact that you're comparing it tells you all you need to know about AEW. Comparing it to WWE's developmental.
You're gonna pick a fight with Bill, not me.
I'm just saying. I'm more excited for Heat Wave because their shows don't suck.
Okay.
All In, I'm sure will be a good pay-per-view. They always are.
We've talked about this ad nauseum. AEW's pay-per-views are not the issue. The issue is they don't know how to have good television. That's the problem. And wrestling, for the most part, is a television product.
We got to preview both those, though.
We do have to. So, Bill, you're more than welcome to stick around and tell us why we're idiots, because we appreciate the feedback.
Only him. I'm smart.
Well, whatever. I appreciate it.
What do you want to do first, Adam?
Who the fuck is Adam? Let's do Heat Wave since it upset Bill. So much that Bill left.
I like that. Well, we have 6 matches now, Adam, because they added...
Stop calling me Adam.
Everyone's favorite stipulation, a submission match between Jada Parker and Natty.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Does anybody care? Honest to God.
And Jada Parker's in the match, so yeah, we care.
I have one. Did you add this?
They just added this like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, now I got to add this one. Natty.
Submission match. Who you got?
Natty versus Jada?
Yeah.
Submission match. I mean, this screams Natty, so I'm picking Natty.
They've wrestled once. Jada won. We thought it was done, but clearly not. So that would make sense. But I want to pick Jada because I like to be different. And
yeah, you do.
I refuse to pick Natty. Next up, we have a tag team match playa for the NXT Tag Team Championships, a rematch. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights defend their titles against the Vanity Project. Give me Bourne and Heights.
Wow. All right.
To retain.
I have a question here. It seems like he's pulling double duty.
He is.
Okay. So one would think that he's going to win one and lose the other,
Yes,
which is where we're going.
they just won these.
All right, so I'm going to have to pick Jackson Drake then.
We haven't got to that yet.
Okay.
Are you agreeing with me? You're taking Borns in Height?
Yeah.
Or Born in Heights? That's the wrong name. Next up, we have a singles match for the NXT North American Championship. Miles Bourne, the champion, defends against Jackson Drake, who will be with his girlfriend, Michael Lockwood. I'm taking Jackson Drake, Adam.
I'm also taking Jackson Drake. I've never seen him do anything wrong, so I think Jackson Drake is going to do his thing.
He seems like the perfect mid-card champion. So yeah, and then it also like sets it up where, you know, Born in Heights, little drama. Next up, a triple threat. Oh, this is a triple threat now. Because she must have won. Triple threat unification match for both the NXT Women's North American Championship and the WWE Women's Speed Championship. We have Zarya, who is a North American champion, Ren Sinclair, who is a Speed champion, and Callie Armstrong is a third party because she clearly beat Zarya tonight to get into this match. So I ask you, Adam, Nestlemania Adam, who you got?
I'm going to pick Zarya. I don't know enough about Callie Armstrong.
They like her a lot. This is a hard one because like I had Zarya obviously in for this. I wasn't gonna take Ren, but man, this Callie Armstrong is the wild card here because they really do like her. I believe she was like the Evolve champion. I think that's who what's her name beat, or she beat what's her name, Kendall Gray.
Man, this place is a fucking factory, isn't she?
Yeah,
I just gotta.
Have you seen Callie Armstrong? She's a fucking unit. Give me Callie Armstrong. I'm going on a limb.
You're going out on a limb. Okay.
Yeah.
Right out of the rip, they're just going for it. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Next up, singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. The aforementioned Kendall Gray, the champion, defends against Kalani Jordan, getting her first ever NXT Women's title shot. I am going to take Kendall Gray.
Yeah, I would say Kendall Gray is the aforementioned big dog in the yard right now.
Yeah. But I it wouldn't shock me if they let Kalani cheat to win and had Kendall chase her down and win it back, but I'll take Kendall as well. Next up, fatal four-way match for the NXT Championship. Tony D'Angelo, the champion. God, please lose this match. Takes on Grayson Waller, the stud. Cruz Montana. I can't get used to that. And then Nestle's boy, Zilla, Fatu.
Nope.
Nestlemania, who you got? Your boy Zilla?
Do you think they're going to give it to Zilla right out of the rip? That seems like a terrible idea.
They did it with Ethan Page. They did it with Ricky Starks.
I'm going to say, please, for the love of God, don't give it to Zilla. I would say my hope is Cruz or Grayson Waller. I'm going to hope for Christ and say Waller.
I hope it's Waller too, but I think Tony's just going to retain.
Okay. Wow.
It's a fatal four-way. It feels like Cruz and Grayson might feud, and they could do a one-on-one, and maybe Zilla beats Tony one-on-one.
Why do you think Zilla's going to get right to the top? Like, I don't.
They put him right at the top. They had him fucking break up a number one contenders match for his debut. He attacked Waller and Cruz Montana. I keep wanting to say Montoya. I don't know. But it's interesting. This the match will probably be wild. I miss Mason Rook, but he's feuding with Mr. Cam, Miss Cam Dupree, or Mr. Cam Dupree, excuse me.
He's big. He's bad. He'll body slam your dad.
Yeah, I love him. He's great.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Nestlemania. We have 9 matches on All In.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here,
hold on. I didn't know I could do this. Watch this. There's some funny sound effects in here.
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we can't
wake everybody up.
We can't actually predict this, but we're going to talk about it. Multi-trios. Wait, multi? What? I don't know. Multi-trios match for the AEW Trios Championship. Heyman, Adam Page, and Brodito defending against TBA. Give me Heyman, Adam Page, and Brodito. I don't care who they put in this match. They're retaining, I think.
Okay.
I don't fucking know, though.
I mean, there was a lot of guys that were trying to get this one.
We'll see. Maybe I reserve the right to change my pick when they actually have opponents.
Hangman, Brodito. There you go. Okay, both for both of us.
Next up, 3-way match for one of the many made-up championships, the AEW International Championship. Kyle Fletcher, the champion, takes on Takeshita and Kazuchika Okada. Who you got?
Well, it's interesting if you're watching this because you would think that Takeshita is probably going to win this thing. However, Okada and Kyle Fletcher are slightly on the outs where they're like, well, if I win, I would think you'd be happy for me and vice versa. So that's interesting to me as well. I feel like I'm going to pick Okada based on that specifics. But Takeshita feels like a lock, honestly.
Yeah, I'm taking Takeshita. But I also think this is how they get Kyle Fletcher out of the Don Callis family.
I'm souring on Kyle Fletcher a little bit, I'll be honest.
Well,
So
he's
that's just
around
me.
fucking Don Callis. Once he gets away and he feuds with Okada, you'll be like, oh, he's a great babyface, and him and Will Ospreay will probably fucking talk about how WWE sucks.
Oh, you didn't like that, did you?
Well, he just like, dude, like some of these wrestlers, it's just like you don't need to say that. You're just gonna sound like an idiot.
He's on the spectrum, okay? Give him a break.
No, it's not even that. It's just like WWE would gladly take you, and you'd be great in it. First of all, so I don't know why you doubt yourself. And B, it's just like, what? Like, why are you trying to make like a war? Why?
Because Tony Khan paid for his entire neck surgery. That's why.
Yeah. So he's just snorting the coke off his fucking little 2-inch dick. Next up, who'd you pick? You picked Okada. Next up, Falls Count Anywhere match for the AEW TNT Championship. Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin.
Woof. That's what I have to say. Kevin Knight, because apparently everybody thinks Kevin Knight's the future of fucking AEW. If that's the case, thank goodness I'm not going to be watching this fucking program.
I like Kevin Knight. Give me Kevin Knight.
He's not a star, in my opinion. I really don't understand it, but whatever.
Well, you've been wrong before, so might be wrong here.
So
next up, tag team match. Never been wrong in my life. Tag team match for the AEW Women's Championship. Divine Dominion of Lena Cross and Megan Bayne defend against the Brawling Birds of Alex Winder and Jamie Hayter. Nestlemania, I ask you, where is All In taking place?
In London.
Give me the fucking bloody Brits, mate. Windsor and Hayter win.
Well, I have two birds in my family. I'm going with two Brawling Birds as well.
Haters in the house. Next
I
up,
love me some Hayter. So.
She's a stud, and Alex Winder sucks. It's a shame. Continental. Jesus Christ! It's called the Challenge Cup now. Continental Challenge Cup final for the AEW Continental Championship. We actually don't know the opponents, but we know it'll be Moxley or Claudio, and then O'Reilly or Nigel. Nigel McGuinness is going to win this fucking thing, isn't he, Nestlemania?
I thought he was hurt.
Well, he's listed here as wrestling Cool Kyle.
Cool Kyle.
I'm going to be a pussy, though. Write down Moxley for me. I can't pick Nigel McGuinness. He's a fucking commentator. He's not a wrestler.
I'm trying to figure out if I can even find out what happened to him. I can't even speak, but McGuinness. I'm wrong about that, but that's fine. It's weird to me because Nigel McGuinness is hurt, but maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I'll go out on, so you're gonna pick Moxley like a little bitch. Got it.
Yep. I'm
gonna pick Nigel.
Nestle, you're getting worked, bro. Nigel McGuinness is currently working through a reported storyline ankle and foot injury that he sustained against Katsuyori Shibata.
Okay.
It's okay. We've all been there. But yeah, he's probably gonna win. Because he's from there too, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. They can't give all of the Englishmen all the belts, can they?
Yeah, they can. Change my pick to Nigel. I fucking said it. I can't.
All right.
Fuck John Moxley. I can't pick that piece of fucking Seth Rollins shit. Men's Casino Gauntlet match for a future AEW Championship match. A lot of participants are TBA, but we know Alilo, MJF, and Ciampa are in it. Give me MJF.
MJF across the board. This seems like something he would do. So there you go.
Next up, tag team match play for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Cage and Cope Dope, Christian Cage and Adam Copeland, the champions, defend against the Young Cucks, Matthew and Nicholas, who are no longer Matthew and Nicholas. They dropped the Nicholas and the Matthew, and they're just Matt and Nick. Who you got?
I feel like the Young Bucks should win this match, but I feel like they're going to have to make sure that Cope and Cage continue this thing.
Yeah, I think the Cope and Cage are going to retain as well because I think they're going to slow play New Day and Young Bucks. So,
and you don't need New Day and Young Bucks to be for the title either. You know what I mean? So,
no, but I also think that's one better to tease because that's one that we thought we'd never see.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you tease that and you let New Day, but I mean FTR might get involved too. Who knows? Did FTR and Cope Dope they finished the last pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, or two ago because they had to deal with the dogs.
That's right. I forgot about the fucking Dom's dogs. Those fucking losers.
He loves Clark Connors. God damn it.
This is listed 2, not 1 on Wikipedia, so not my main event. The singles match for the AEW World Championship. Kenny Okaka takes on Will Ospreay. Give me Will Ospreay.
If it's not Ospreay, I'll be fucking shocked.
Yeah. Singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. Willow Nightingale defends against Mercedes Moné. Nestlemania, does she finally win the big belt?
It's fucking in her contract, so I would say yeah.
You don't know that. You need to stop reading the dirt sheets, bro.
I'm kidding. I don't read the dirt sheets. I'm just saying it's about fucking time to win it.
I think it's time for her to win.
She's been presented like this since the minute she was there, and she doesn't actually have it. But in my brain, she's already had it. So, like, just give it to her already.
Yeah, and her beating Willow's a full circuit moment because that's when she injured and had to rescind her belt or whatever shit happened. And Willow kind of really took off after that. So this will probably be a really fun match. But yeah, give me Mercedes because, come on. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
It's the boss.
I had a dream and I made it.
She doesn't have that song anymore.
Yeah, no shit, because she's not Sasha Banks, bro.
She's got a CEO. What a terrible CEO. That's what it sounds like to me. You're such a Monet.
You know who she is, and you chant it, and she's a heel. So guess what? Effective.
It's in her song.
You know what I'm going to say, Nestlemania? And I don't think it's that hard of a take, because I think people would agree when they thought about it. AEW's been better with music lately than WWE.
Okay.
They have a lot more. They have a lot more like catchy and like theme songs you immediately recognize. Because here's my biggest issue on Raw. I never know if it's Stephanie Vaquer or Penta. Both their entrances start the exact same way. So when the show's coming, I'm like, oh, they're doing the Penta match right now. And then it was Stephanie. And I was like, I thought the same thing last week. And I was like, man, I know you're big on that, not having it on the same show, but it's literally the same beginning of the entrance. And then the songs aren't that dissimilar either.
What'd you think of Big Cass's thing? It just sounded like a bunch of garbage going through the garbage disposal for me. But
Nestlemania, I think it fits.
Wow.
I'm just not a big Cass guy. I think he stinks.
Okay.
Me and Corey Graves agree.
Well, Corey Graves stole his girl, so what are you gonna do? You know?
Well, because he fucking treated her like shit, so she ran away from that big ass.
Well, the bottle didn't.
Remember
help.
when his Titantron was big ass because his stupid fucking head was in the way? Big ass.
But if you saw him in public, he'd be like, "Excuse me, sir, can I have an autograph?"
You're like, bro, I want to cut your ponytail, you fucking weirdo. And then he'd probably beat me.
Yep. But what a story it would be.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh, you're a woman. Time to beat you."
Wow. All right. I think you're getting a little too feisty for everything else.
He stinks.
Wow. Okay. I think we're good on that note. You want to get the hell out of here?
Yeah. Next week we'll be previewing Sunday night's main event.
Yay. All right. On that note, thank you for listening and watching the Jobber Knocker podcast. We'll be back next week with some more Jobber Knockery.
All out. Peace.